My name is Lecturer Prezo Bishop Kenya, Michael Tome. What I mean by lecturer Prezo is someone who is actually a teacher in theology. So I've taught so many colleges: Africa Inland Church, Bisat Bible College in Narok County Government, Covenant College of Mission, likewise in Narok County Government, pastors who are taking 4 years systematic theology discipline and also Islamic studies. I've also taught paramilitary general service unit and an official force equivalent to Kenya Army for 12 years. Here in Nairobi National Government, Utawala College, an official force equivalent to Kenya Army in the capability of warfare, spiritual and physical, as a civilian spiritual affairs instructor. So today we want to see the word of God from the book of Kings, which is First Kings, and we are going to read to know what God has for us there. All right. We want to see what God has for us there, and I will begin by telling you the topic is actually, our topic today is the danger of being a very close neighbor to a cruel king or a family of a king or a president. If you are neighbor to these human beings, we want to know your life, how is your life will be. Whether you are going to be a successful, or sometimes you may end up being dying even sometimes. We are reading from 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 1 to 7, about Naboth vineyard or garden, a very poor man of Israelite, who is also very closer to a king palace, a king called King Ahab, together with his wife called Jezebel, a very evil woman. And they have been, the king was actually the king of Samaria. We are told Naboth has a very vineyard, a very fine one and a nice one, next to the king palace. So sometimes later there was an incident involving a vineyard belonging to Naboth the Jezreelite. That's now the first one of 1 Kings chapter 21. The vineyard was in Jezebel, closer to the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria in that case. And then verse 2, we are told Naboth actually wanted to have it as one of his vineyard. That means the king wanted a very small garden of a poor man to be one of his palace garden. And we are told in verse 3, he refused. Naboth replied, "The Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my fathers." The Israelites do not actually give out their land or sell land at that time, which is an inheritance. It's against the law of God, which is stipulated also in Leviticus chapter 25. So King Ahab now became so angry, and he told his wife Jezebel about the issue. They shared with his wife that let us have this a vineyard which this man has developed very well and very close to us, and so we will give him something in exchange, and let us tell him that we will give you a better one than the one they had. If you see actually chapter also 4 and 5, you will see that they told him, actually, can you give us this garden of yours so that we can give you a better one? Then which better one? Why are they not using that better one of theirs? So actually we are told the king became so angry in verse 5 and refused to eat. And his wife in verse 6 gave him a very wrong advice that we will actually take care of this man. And the woman decided to take the king kind of a rubber stamp or seal, and use it, the seal, to kill the man. So we are told actually the lady in verse 8, so she wrote a letter in the king's Ahab's name, placed a seal on them, and sent them to the elders and nobles who were in the government of that time of King Ahab of Samaria. And so Naboth was actually killed in that case. Okay? So Naboth was killed in a kind of a very mysterious way, because the woman took the seal of a king, which of course They are together, but the man refused to sign it, but the woman decided to sign on his behalf. So we are told they kill Naboth in that case. So the danger of being closer to a cruel family of a king or a president in that case. A poor man of Jezreel, we are told he had that kind of a farm, a vineyard, a very small garden. But the king and his wife, King Ahab and his wife Jezreel, they had actually a kind of a desire to have it, and they decided to have it in a wrong way by killing him. So what do I want to tell Kenyans today? In fact, there is a kind of an advantage for you to be closer to a king or any leader in position of authority, and there is also danger. You can be killed. So if you read actually the history of this woman called Jezebel, the wife of this king, King Ahab, this man promoted his people, Phoenicians, a kind of a false god worship. The woman was actually following a very false god of their people, which are not Israelite. And so if you read 1 Kings chapter 16:3, he promoted that god, false gods of theirs, and he decided even to kill Israelite kings, prophets. Okay, if you read also 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 3 and 4, he cleared so many Israelites, all prophets of God, except Elijah, which he decided to run for his life. And then he also opposed God of Elijah, when Elijah now also defeated the Baal prophet and killed them. In 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 1 and 2, okay, so he also decided to kill Naboth in that verse now we have read of 1 Kings chapter 21, alright, and he decided to kill him, okay, chapter 21 verse 11, okay, so the people decided to kill him, alright, and so this man also, now the series of killing started, because now he also, the lady also and the entire family of Ahab and King Ahab and Jezebel, we are told also they are killed in a very terrible way, in a very shameful way. In 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 30 to 37, okay, they themselves also they are killed by General Jehu, which of course also himself ended up dying likewise. So the wages of sin is death, a series of death because of a vineyard, very small thing. Kitu kidogo sana ilimaliza watu, ilimaliza familia ya Naboth, ilimaliza familia ya mfalme, ilimaliza watu wengine pia wale wameuawa kama wakina Jehu na wengine. Alright, sin is very terrible, a small seed of sin. Imagine the king Ahab, with all that country wealth, with all his authority power, just actually had a desire. He is not contented in life. He just took a vineyard, a small garden, okay, very small garden actually, and they decided to forfeit all other things which God has given him to source for death, a series of death which he has cleared his family, okay, and cleared also the family of Naboth and other human beings. The wages of sin in Romans 6:23 is death. It is so shocking. Even our president, our president of Kenya Republic, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, His Excellency, obvious. People now, he himself also is following now poor Kenyans to ask them for hustlers, money they have given them. You took 500 shilling and you are told to pay a lot of money on top of that. 1,000 shilling, they cannot exceed from 1,000 loan. And now you see now the president and his followers are following you to kill you, wanting back the money. What is that? There's no difference with this what we are reading here. People who have been closer to the president, okay, to take his hustlers fund, they thought actually they are going to benefit. But now they are paying double money. And they are also in danger because now the money is keeping on increasing. The interest is keeping on increasing. If you have taken 500 shillings, you will end up paying 10,000 shillings. All right? The president is using this kind of a scenario of, sourcing small things poor people have for his own benefits. And it was not approved. This Hustlers Fund has never been approved by the Kenya Parliament, both houses, the upper house of Senate and the National Parliament. They have never been approved. Neither the other arm of government, the executive, neither the other arm of government, the judiciary. They have not approved this kind of Hustlers Fund, which are making people now to go and run and hide themselves because the loan has increased. All right? A lot. And they are now getting actually a lot of threats from the government because the president now is on throne. He can even kill you, yes. His people can kill you, like the way they have done here. So we are now seeing the president and his followers, okay? They are now promoting what we call false worship and worship. They have started even having their nameless churches. The president has a nameless church. We don't know the name of the church. He is employing pastors, which we don't know, even not trained pastors. So long as you just call yourself you are, a follower of UDA, United Democratic Alliance Party, all right, you sing that kind of a part of politics, you will be given a degree. We got one person in Marsabit, and there's another person who is dishing out papers there, called govt from Eldoret. He's a Nandi, all right. I don't know how they have managed to get, some papers from, certificate and degrees and, diplomas from Sutotwe. They are giving you a degree from Sutotwe. The African Land Church is Sutotwe, which is not there. We don't have a degree institution there in Sutotwe, Kerisho, of African Land Church. But now you will get those degrees in Marsabit. Another one called Daniel Siole from where I was actually, a church which is an African Land Church, but now it is almost closed. Because we have discovered so many dead people. Okay? So many dead people, we have left them alive. Even my choir, I was the pastor of that church in March of 2000, and I left to go and teach in Narok Bible College. Now another fake pastor is having a paper called a degree. It's called Daniel Siole. And a lot of people are dead buried in mass grave there. And when we are seeing, he has a paper, he has a kind of a degree. Which, of course, I, being a teacher in theology of African Land Church, we don't have a degree institution of African Land Church called Sutotwe. The way I know, we don't have it. And here's a person with a degree from Sutotwe. So I have even accused to the authority that we have some dead people here, university students, 4 of them. Others also, before that, my choir members, 4 of them, and 4 injured. Okay, the government is not, compensating. All right, and the person don't want actually to be people to report the matter. So it means this pastor is also killing people, and he's a class 8 dropout, and he has a degree. Huh? And it was me who have actually even asked the teacher of that primary school called Songa Primary School in Saku constituency, Songa location. Okay, to be in primary school in 2000. He was from Rift Valley, Ngurnit. Kumbe kijana ni makoraban. He is now actually very rich man, billionaire. Okay? He is colluding probably with the, outsiders to kill people. There is a Rendile man, together with another teacher called Francis Kanapan, and master. He has left the teaching. They are just now doing business of, being brokers of human beings. Okay? That one was the one which was actually heading those choir members who are killing of African Land Church. The same person called a teacher called Francis Ganapal is a disabled person. He don't even pass, teacher's training. He came and told us he has failed, but he is a teacher again. All right. The exam there of 2 years training. Okay. He is now the one who is together colluding with that fake priest called Daniel Siole to sell people there. I reported this matter to the government there, to the district commissioner, David Saruni. I reported also to OSPD Marsabit, officer of police in charge of, police commanding station division, called Mr. Edward Drangu. I don't know when I questioned them, they are near even to kill me. Okay? And I defended myself. So they don't want these dead people to be exhumed. People are refusing, those families are refusing to go to church because and all other human beings. So now they themselves now are doing they're brokers of so we have Christian terrorists, not only Muslims and other human beings. We have even Christian terrorists like this one. The government is not ready to take care of them or to handle them because now they are singing UDA politics and they are having degrees and we don't have it's a fake degrees. Alright? And Javed is from the other end of Eldoret. Javed Biot, we have been in Kapsababa College together. He is also now using as a very small room. We used to have it there as a guest house for the missionaries, white and black. They have Chelsea Wazungus, all those stations. Ngurnit, Mount Kulal, AIC, African Church, Ngurnit, South Hall, Marsabit Town, AIC, Township. They are now owning that guest house as if it is a college, dishing papers, wrong papers. Okay? When we report this thing to the government, nobody wants to take care of what's happening. When we tell the government to exhume those people to be, to allow people to go to church, okay, to be buried in a dignified, humanity, respect manners, the government is not taking care. Since long time ago up to today. And that's why I said yesterday, I have written on Facebook, to Internal Security Minister, Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, to go to Marsabit, Sagu Constituency, Songa location, to exhume those 8 people and many others. People are saying there are more than 8. 4 university students who are buried in the church of African Church. The church I was there. And also tell them to pay me my money. They have not paid me for 24 years. Alright? They have not paid me for 24 years. About 10,000 shillings. That district church council of Marsabit. They have not paid my money. I said it on several occasions. Okay? I said it on several occasions. That is why I have not paid my money. Alright? Despite the fact that I've been working with them. Now they have become brokers. They are killing human beings. They are killing human beings. Kapisa. Huh? They are killing human beings completely. Huh? They are killing human beings completely. Alright? They have started now killing human beings. Huh? Huh? And they don't want trained pastors like me. They don't want trained pastors. Alright? They don't want trained pastors like me now. They don't want. Okay? You can see it here. You can see this paper. I was employed by that African and Church District Church Council there. They have not paid me my money. 10,000 per month from 2001 up to now. 2001. Okay? Up to now. They are about 3 million shillings. 2,000 times 12 for those years. It's about 3,000. Now they don't train pastors. That's why I went myself and teach in Narok Bible College as a volunteer. They have not even paid me also that group again for so many years. Alright? I came also to Nairobi. They told me to be a African and Church Nairobi Region Christian Education Coordinator of AIC African and Church. They have not paid me money. They told me to teach paramilitary general service unit for 12 years because they did not have pastors as a volunteer. I taught for 12 years. Alright? No money. I've never been paid money for all those years I've worked. When I ask them, they say AIC have no condition of service for pastors. And according to AIC constitution, which they have now mutilated, actually AIC constitution, AIC constitution, you cannot be employed by AIC unless you have a diploma and degree in this constitution. They are no longer now using it because now they have another Kamba pipeline elder as Archbishop called Abraham Mulwa, Archbishop of AIC. They don't follow this constitution. AIC constitution, the one I'm having here. If you are a pastor, you have to be a trained pastor. To be a pastor, you must be a trained pastor. A licensed pastor must be a person who is a graduate of theological college for you to be called actually a pastor. Here it is. You can read it here. It is stated here clearly. Alright? Yes. It is here. Here, you can read it here. Alright? A licensed pastor or any pastor of AIC, you have to be appointed and approved by the church council, district church council, for you to be employed. And you have to be a Bible school or theological college graduate. It is here. AIC constitution. Here it is. This one now they are not following. You just go and you'll be given a degree and you have never been to any Bible college. AIC are not following this. Because now the Archbishop is not having any theological college so far. It's called Abraham Mulwa. We are told he left recently being a policeman. We don't know what he has done to police from the police force. Because he's young. He's not very old man. He's now here in Pipeline. And he's in headquarters here. And he's a Pipeline elder. I know him very well. I was teaching him, even giving some, he asked me some units of theological education by extension. Now he's a pastor. He's Archbishop of AIC. So they have not paid me millions of shillings, which is amounting to almost 30 to 50,000 millions. Alright? Here it is. Alright? And they have started now killing people in the church and bury them in the church. Alright? By colluding with the outside people, we don't know whether they are Christian terrorists or even Muslim terrorists or other terrorists, because we have different kind of human beings. Alright? I've accused these people even too. Anti-terror police of Kenya, of Kenya Wildlife Service. One of them who was handling that kind of issue was also Gababo. He's a Muslim. He has witnessed graveyard, mass grave in the church. No action is taken. So I want actually, the Minister of Internal Security, Professor Kindiki, to ask the government why are they not actually taking the case seriously, because I have launched the case. It is here. You can read it here. Here it is actually. Here is actually OB or current. The reporter have done it. Alright. Why are they not apprehending this man called Daniel Lesiole of African Church, who is not a priest, together with a teacher of a primary school of Songa, Francis Canaval? Why are they not apprehended? Huh? To be questioned. Why are they burying people, allowing people to be in the grave? And Francis did not report this matter to police, and he was the one who was in charge of those kids. And he remained himself in Marsabit town and allowed the kids to come, okay, through the forest alone, themselves. Francis Canaval, headmaster of primary school. And he's still continuing killing human beings together with that fake priest. Why is actually, I've launched a complaint. It is here. It is here. I'm not hearing from January 13 up to 2024. What's happening? They told me go and wait. Waiting what? Huh? Why are they not apprehended and put in to be questioned by the government? I have reported the matter to the police OSPD. Huh? The Rambo. I have reported the matter to District Commissioner Marsabit. Why are these people not apprehended and ask what is happening? Huh? That actually I've reported this matter of Daniel Siole. His number is 0727 8480 552. Daniel Siole of that fake priest. Is actually 0727 84 80 and 52. Why is he not apprehended? I've also reported the district commissioner of Marsabit, which is called Mr. Saruni, 0720 39 70 38. I told him, apprehend these people and question them. Why do you have mass grave in the church? I've also told the chief, assistant chief of Songa, is called Luka Lolkapang, 07 17 46 93 63. Phone number. I've also told actually Abdidera, chief of Songa, the man is not comprehended yet. These two people to be questioned why we have a graveyard in the church and we are now not going to church. Okay, and it is 07. That is chief assistant of chief of Songa, Abdidera, 0721 17 93 63. What happened? Why is the chief and even the chief has apprehended them? Why did he release them if he has apprehended them? I've also reported this matter to to the anti-terror group. Okay, anti-terror group of KWS. Alright, I reported even to them. I reported also this to OSPD Marsabit, that is Officer Commanding Police Division, Mr. Elin Drangu. His number is 0720 573130. Why is these people not upgraded and questioned? We have people now inside the church. More people are saying more than 8, but I have seen myself a mass graveyard, which some people told me there are 8, 4 university students and 4 of my choir members. They have been actually killed, and this priest called Daniel Siole does not want to report the matter. Okay, and others, and that is also Songa Primary School teacher. They don't want to report the matter. They don't even those people to be executed. They don't, and they are extremely very rich. So why is the government silent on this matter? Why? That's why now I want also the minister, which is so wonderful man, is working so hard. Is called Professor Kindiki. He is rated one of the best CS or cabinet secretary or ministers we are having today. I reported this matter yesterday on YouTube, okay, and told him to check that matter because we are going to be finished in Sagu constituency because people now don't report what is happening. You can be killed and buried in the Church of African Church, and you are forgotten there. So it means there are people who have become brokers in killing human beings there in Marsabit. Alright? I've reported even this matter to Mohammed Gababo, Kenya Wildlife Service Terror Group in charge. Is called Mohammed Gababo. He has also upgraded them, 2 of them. I don't know whether he has released, okay. His number is 0716 576223. ID number 0100774. I repeat it again, KWS Terror Group in charge of Kenya Wildlife Service Songa to take these people to police also. Alright, if they don't come and take them, his number, I said it is 0716 576223. 0716 576223. 0716 576223. ID number or national identity card 3100774. Muhammad Kababo. So what do I want to put across? I want Kenyans to be very careful because now whether you are near the people who are in the position of authority, it seems to be as a very less kind of help you can get. Alright? And we are in danger. We are in danger. You can be buried like the way now we are seeing it. The whole of those series of deaths has occurred. From the King Ahab family and his wife Jezebel, those people are involved also who are just innocent. Naboth family, they are all gone. Alright, they have also killed other human beings who have also a series of killing, like Jehu now killed even Jezebel. So what do I want to say? I want actually to conclude this matter, Minister of Internal Security, to call Marsabit, our police station, and see how far they have gone with this case. This case is actually, OB number or police current book number, okay, case number 48, and the date is actually on 13 January 2024, and at that time which I reported this matter was actually 18 hours and 27 hours. 1827 hours. 1827 hours. So I want the Minister of Internal Security to question them today and ask them whether they have apprehended actually to question that fake pastor called Daniel Siole and also that master of Songa Primary School, to question them. And we want to hear the report of what's happening, because I've read this, but This is now almost 3 months. Nothing. I'm hearing nothing. So may God bless you, man, living in Kenya and beyond. Remember also, I'm a politician. I'm looking forward to be Kenya president come 2027 elections. And my vice president will be Honorable Nico Gubo, the retired Kenya Army. And I hope I will be assisted by my near future wife, which I think I'm going to marry, God willing, by faith and by God's enabling grace. Honorable Winnie Imga Raila Molo Odinga, East African Legislative Assembly Member of Parliament. I'm really looking forward to marry her because he can assist me in politics. He has degrees in political science. So what we want to say, may God bless you. And remember today, being near even, politicians, be it the president, being kings, being any other, public servant who are in a senior position, miti kianguka ataenda na watu wengi sana. Unaona, even topple kings like our president, like Idi Amin, he went with all his followers. So many were affected. Said Barre of Somalia, all followers are in problem after fleeing from the country toppled, and many others. Many others. I cannot mention all of them. So you can be dhambi ni mara ya kwanza ni tamu sana. Unaweza kukua karibu na mfalme kama president, unafikiria unaenjoy, lakini one day your sin will find you out, including physical and even spiritual death can occur. Alright? Can occur bwana. Kwa hivyo dhambi si kitu ya kuweza kucheza naye. And it's also very dangerous for you to mix up with people who are not godly human beings. Ni kama kuchanganya maji na mafuta. They are not compatible. If you mix oil and water, are not compatible. Righteous